Hello everyone, welcome back to the Love in Riyadh show. Today is May 26th and today is the day of Arafah, one of the most emotional and spiritually important days of the entire year for Muslims around the world. And honestly, today's stories really reflect two sides of Hajj that people deeply connect with every year. One is about the beautiful traditions and atmosphere surrounding the Grand Mosque in Makkah during the day of Arafah, especially the role of the women of Makkah. And the second is about the massive behind-the-scenes healthcare operation, quietly working around the clock to keep millions of pilgrims safe throughout Hajj. So first, let's talk about one of the most beautiful scenes people in Saudi always notice on the day of Arafah. While millions of pilgrims spend the day in Arafat performing Hajj rituals, the Grand Mosque in Makkah becomes filled with women from Makkah gathering for prayer, worship, and iftar. And honestly, the atmosphere looks incredibly peaceful. A lot of the men of Makkah spend these days working and serving pilgrims across Mina, Muzdalifah, and Arafat. So many women remain in the sanctuary itself, filling the mosque with prayer, supplication, and serenity. And I think that's what makes the scene feel so emotional, because it's not loud or dramatic. It's quiet, spiritual, and deeply rooted in the culture of Makkah itself. People often describe these women as the ones who comfort the sanctuaries, which honestly feels like such a beautiful description. And if you've seen the footage today, you'll understand exactly what people mean. The Grand Mosque feels calm, reflective, and filled with this really unique atmosphere while pilgrims are gathered in Arafat. Honestly, there's something really moving about seeing generations continue these traditions naturally every year. Now, on the completely other side of Hajj, there's the enormous operation happening behind the scenes to keep everything running safely. And recently, there was a behind-the-scenes video shared showing Saudi Health Minister Fad al-Jalajal moving through hospitals, control centers, and medical response units during Hajj. And honestly, the scale of the operation is kind of unbelievable, because when most people see Hajj, they see the spiritual side, the prayers, the crowds, the emotional moments. But behind all that is basically an entire medical system operating like a fully functioning city in real time. Hospitals, ambulances, rapid response vehicles, emergency control rooms, epidemiological monitoring, heat tracking systems. Everything is running simultaneously across Mina, Arafat, and the Jamarat areas. And apparently, one of the biggest goals this year is achieving emergency response times within just 5 minutes, which honestly feels insane when you think about how many millions of people are moving through the holy sites at once, especially with the extreme temperatures right now. They're constantly monitoring heat exhaustion and sunstroke cases using live tracking systems and smart technology to deploy teams where they're needed fastest. But honestly, the moment people connected with most in the video wasn't the technology. It was something much simpler. A pilgrim was hospitalized, and his worried son called him from outside the kingdom, just trying to check if his father was okay. And unexpectedly, the health minister himself answered the phone, and he calmly reassured him, saying, "Your father is well, and tomorrow he will complete his Hajj, God willing." And honestly, that one moment kind of summarized the entire spirit of Hajj operations. Yes, there's massive organization and logistics behind everything, but at the center of it all is still care, reassurance, and humanity. People genuinely trying to make sure pilgrims feel safe, comfortable, and looked after during one of the most important journeys of their lives. And I think that's why stories like these resonate so much every Hajj season, because beyond the scale and the organization, it's the human moments people remember most. That's it for today. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for tuning into the Love in Riyadh podcast as part of the Augustus Media Podcast Network. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcast from.